Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to share something really close to my heart. It's not just a story, it's a reminder that sometimes, all it takes is one weekend, one small decision, to completely change how you see yourself and your life. So grab your coffee, your tea, or maybe that fancy iced latte, and get cozy. Because this story? It's real. It's personal, and it might just be the reminder you didn't know you needed. Hi, I'm Maya. I'm 26 years old, and for the longest time, I felt stuck. You know that feeling when life is just one endless loop of work, sleep, scroll, repeat? That was me. I was working at a job that didn't excite me anymore. Every day felt the same, like I was living on autopilot. And one Friday evening, after another exhausting week, I looked in the mirror and thought, this can't be all there is. That night, I decided to do something different, something just for me. No plans, no pressure, no pretending. So the next morning, I packed a small bag, threw on my comfiest jeans, and drove out of the city. No map. No destination. Just music, open roads, and the hope that I'd find something. After about 2 hours, I found this small lakeside town, quiet, colorful, almost like it was frozen in time. I checked into a tiny guest house with a balcony overlooking the water. And for the first time in months, I didn't rush. I just sat there, sipping coffee, watching sunlight dance on the lake. It felt like my soul was finally breathing again. That afternoon, I rented a small kayak and paddled into the middle of the lake. I was awkward at first, splashing everywhere, but slowly, I got the rhythm. The water was calm. The sky was this soft pink-orange that made everything glow. Then this older man paddled by, probably in his 70s, wearing a sun hat and a big smile. He waved and said, "First time?" I laughed, "Is it that obvious?" He chuckled and said, "Don't fight the water. Flow with it. That's how you'll stay balanced." I don't know why, but that line hit me so deep. Because it wasn't just about the kayak, it was about life. All this time, I'd been fighting everything, my job, my routine, even myself. Maybe what I really needed was to flow. That evening, I walked into a little bookstore near the pier. The place smelled like paper and rain, you know that cozy smell? I picked up a simple brown notebook and decided it would be my fresh start. Back at my guest house, I sat by the window, lit a candle, and started writing. Not about goals or plans. Just feelings. Things I'd been too busy to admit. I wrote about the things that made me happy as a kid, the dreams I'd pushed aside, and the people I missed. And as I wrote, I cried, not from sadness, but relief. It was like letting go of a heavy backpack I'd been carrying for years. The next morning, I woke up early to watch the sunrise. The sky turned from soft lavender to gold, and in that quiet moment, I made myself a promise. To stop waiting for the perfect time to live. To stop saying, someday. Because someday isn't on the calendar. When I checked out later that day, the woman at the front desk smiled and said, "You look lighter." And I did. I hadn't changed my job or my life in 2 days, but something inside had shifted. I had found peace in simplicity, clarity in silence, and strength in slowing down. Driving back home, I didn't feel lost anymore. I felt ready. Ready to start again, to make choices that made me happy, to stop apologizing for wanting more from life. So if you're listening to this and you've been feeling stuck, take this as your sign. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take one small step toward yourself. Because sometimes, one weekend can change everything.